Assalamualaikum students, how are you all? I hope that you all are doing great. Welcome to your channel Math D1D2 Scientific Academy. Today our lecture is related to chapter 9, which is Geometrical Transformation, and I'm going to explain you exercise 9A question number 7. Your book is D2 Math NSM2. So if you want to get more help regarding your subject, then you can subscribe my channel. Okay, let's come to question number 7. Question number 7 is the point A and its image A prime under reflection are given below. Plot the points A and A prime on a sheet of graph paper. Construct the line of reflection and find its equation in each case. So I have already uploaded first 3 parts, and today I'm going to explain you part D, which is A01, A prime 1, 2. So let's start it. So D part is A01 and A prime 1, 2. At just for drawing the graph, for plotting these 2 points, we need to draw a graph. So draw the graph. As you can see that there is no negative value, so I'm not going to draw any negative value. I will just draw positive values. So here I'm going to take the scale 2 centimeter 1 unit. Students, remember that if you're having a graph paper of small boxes, then one small box is equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, but here you can see that I'm having a graph paper of big boxes. So one half box is 1 centimeter and one complete box is 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter 1 unit means that you will leave the gap of a whole box and you will give the gap of one number on both axes. So here this is your origin. This is 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to plot the points. The point A is 0, 1. So it is 0 and 1. So this is the point. A point is 0, 1. This is the point. Sorry, this is the point. And A prime is 1, 2. So this is 1 and this is 2. So this is your point A prime, which is 1, 2. Okay, so now we have to draw in the question, as they are saying that you have to draw a line of reflection and you have to find out the equation of line of reflection. So we can find out the line of reflection. You know that line of reflection is basically the line from which the distance, you have to draw, that is the line which is in between the original point and this reflected point. It means that line will be in the mid of these 2 points. In other words, the distance of this original point and distance of this reflected point from that line is equal. Okay, these 2 points are equidistant from that line of reflection. So it means that that will come in the mid, here in the mid. And we can also solve it mathematically. To solve it mathematically, we have to find out the midpoint. So to find out the midpoint, this is x1 and this is y1, this is x2 and y2. You have to add x1 and x2 and you have to divide it with 2, and you have to add y1 and y2 and you have to divide it with 2, like this. 0 plus 1 over 2 and 1 plus 2 over 2. So what you will get? You will get 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. So this is your midpoint, which is 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. Now students, after finding 1 by 2 and 3 by 2, when we'll plot the point, it will come in between of these 2 points and then we will draw. But for drawing the line, first we can find out the equation of line of reflection. And for that, you know that what is the equation? Basically, whenever we talk about a straight line, so the equation is y is equal to mx plus c. So m is basically the gradient, or we can say that it's a slope, and c is the y-intercept. Okay, so y-intercept is the point it's a point where the line intersects the y-axis. Okay, the point from where the line intersects the y-axis, that is your y-intercept. So now I'm going to, it means that to make an equation, you have to find out slope and you have to find out y-intercept, which is c. So this slope, which is gradient, the formula is rise over run. Rise mean that you always take, okay, you know that in a graph paper, this is rise, now this is going upward, this is rise. We always take y values, and run is going horizontally, so you have to take x values. So rise over run, the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So just remember that. And now here we are going to find out the gradient of the line. Okay, for example, this is the graph. We have to find out the gradient of this line. We have to find out the gradient of this line, but here we are finding out the gradient. For example, this is point M, which is in between, and here this is some point A. So we are finding out the gradient of this line. Okay, we are finding out the gradient of this line. So first we'll find out the gradient of this line, then we will be able to find out the gradient of this straight line which is required. So this is point A and this is M. So I'm going taking 2 points. Okay, whenever you find out the gradient, you always take any 2 points on the line. So first point I have taken this midpoint, and the second point I have taken this A. So I can give it the name x1 or y1, and I can give it the name x2 and y2. The formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you have to substitute the values. So y2 is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 minus y2 minus y1 now. Yes, so it's 1 minus 3 by 2. Sorry, y2 is 1 and this is 1 and this is y. This is y. This is y x1 and y1, and this is x2 and y2. So y2 minus y1, 1 minus 3 by 2. And in the same way, in the denominator, x2 minus x1. x2 is 0 minus x1 is 1 by 2. So when you will subtract 3 by 2 from 1 by 5, so you will get half, minus half. In the same way, when you will subtract half from 0, you will get minus half. So minus half divided by minus half is positive 1. At this point, we have found the gradient of this line. So we have to find out the gradient of this line. So remember that it's a mathematically rule that if you have found the gradient of one line and that is perpendicular falling on the other line, so you can find out the gradient of the other line by just taking the reciprocal of this gradient with opposite sign. So there's nothing in the denominator, so I can put 1. So 1 divided by 1, when I will take the reciprocal, so it will be also 1. But with the opposite sign, here it is positive, so the sign would be negative. So it means that the gradient of this line, we have found this gradient which is minus 1. Now we have to find out C. So for finding out C, you have to use this equation. You have to substitute the midpoint here. So y is equal to mx plus c. So we have to take the midpoint, which is 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. We will substitute x and y values in this equation to find out c. So y is 3 by 2. M we have found, which is minus 1. X is 1 by 2 plus c. Now 1 by 2 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 1 by 2. When this will come to this side, will be added here. So 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 c. So you will get c is equal to 4 by 2, which is 2. So it means that c is 2. C is 2. You have found c. So now substitute the value of m and c in this main equation to get the equation of line of reflection. So y is equal to mx plus c. Now substitute m and c in this equation. So y is equal to m is basically minus 1x and c is 2. This is the equation. Okay, you can write it as y is equal to minus x plus 2. Or you can write down this equation. This minus x is adding over here. It will come to this side. Will be subtracting over here. But will come to this side. It will be added in y, and you will get y plus x is equal to 2. So this is the equation, or this is the equation. These both are the equation of the line of reflection. So students, this is how you have to find out the equation of line of reflection. Now we have found the equation of line of reflection, which is y plus x is equal to 2. Now we have to first we have to draw the line of reflection, and that is the midpoint here. So what's the midpoint? It's 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is 0.5. So 0.5 will come here now, here in between, here. So, and y is 3 by 2. When you will divide 3 with 2, you will get 1.5. So this is 0.5. And 1.5 will be in between of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So 0.5 and 1.5 mean this is the midpoint. Okay. So now your line of reflection will pass through it. So you can see the distance from this point to this point is equal. The distance of the original point to this point and the distance of the original point from this point and the reflected point from this point is equal, and it means that it's equal from the line of reflection. So students, this is your line of reflection and it's passing 2 because here y plus x is equal to 2. Okay, y plus x is equal to 2. So this is your line of reflection, which is, you can see that it's in the mid of these 2 points, that these 2 points are equidistant from this line. So this is your line of reflection and this is your equation of line of reflection. Okay students, I hope that today's concept is clear to you. Do the practice of this sum, because when you do the practice, then this concept will be more clear to you. Take a very good care of yourself. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.